Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to solve day 27 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now, without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Okay, so today we are going to solve problem number 1608, right? So in this problem, you are given an integer array nums of non-negative integers, and num is considered special if there exists a number x such that there are exactly x numbers in the nums that are greater than or equal to x. Okay, so this is example 1. Okay, so here what is the total length of this nums array? Total length of this nums array is 2, right? So let's check for when my x is equal to 0, when my x is equal to 1, and when my x is equal to 2. Okay, so here tell me, for x is equal to 0, there should be 0 elements which should be greater than or equal to x. Okay, but there are 2 elements which are greater than x when my x is equal to 0. Okay, when my x is equal to 0, then I need how many numbers? I need, let's say, count. Okay, I need the count of numbers which are greater than or equal to 0. Okay, I need the count of numbers which are greater than equal to 0. So what is the count of numbers which are greater than equal to 0? So count is 2 now, and this is not matching with my x. Okay, so I'm not going to return it. When x is equal to 1, then what are the count of the elements in my nums array which are greater than equal to 1? Which are greater than equal to 1. So total 2, right? And this is also not matching with my x, so I'm not returning anything. For x is equal to 2, what is the count of numbers in my nums array which is greater than 2? Okay, so total 2, right? 3 and 5. Okay, now my x is matching with this value. Okay, so I am returning this as my output. Okay, so I hope that this is clear. When my x is equal to 0, okay, if my x is equal to 0, then there should be 0 numbers which should be greater than equal to x. But see here, there are 2, right? There are two numbers which are equal to 2 actually, so that is why there are 2. We are writing here there are 2. If my x is equal to 1, then there should be one number which is greater than equal to x. But how many are there? There are 0. Okay, if my x is equal to 2, there should be two numbers which should be greater than equal to x, but there are 0. Okay, so in this case x cannot be greater since there are only two numbers in nums. Okay, so we are just simply returning -1 in the end, right? So I hope that this line is clear. Okay, now same way here what is the length of this num? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so we have to check for x is equal to 0, we have to check for x is equal to 1, we have to check for x is equal to 2, we have to check for x is equal to 3, we have to check for x is equal to 4, and we have to check for x is equal to 5. Okay, so now tell me how many numbers are greater than this value of x. Okay, how many numbers are greater than this value of x? Okay, here and here how many numbers which are greater than equal to x? Okay, and here how many numbers which are greater than equal to this current value of x? Okay, so for 0, all the 5 values, right? My output is 5, right? How many numbers which are greater than equal to my 0? Okay, all 5 greater than equal to. Okay, so this 5 is not matching with my this x value. Okay, so I'm not going to return anything. Then here how many numbers which are greater than equal to 1? So 3 numbers. Okay, but I need 1 here now, so this value is not matching, so I'm not returning anything. How many numbers which are greater than equal to 2? 3 numbers. Okay, this 3 is also not matching with 2, so I'm not returning anything. Now see here how many numbers which are greater than equal to 3? 1 2 3, total 3 numbers, right? So this 3 is matching with my x, so I'm returning this answer. Okay, there are 3 values that are greater than or equal to 3, so I'm returning it. Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to understand how we are solving all these examples, right? So I'm going to write the same code. Okay, so this is a easy level problem, right? And length of nums is also very small, 100. Okay, so we can use a nested loop. Okay, so I'm going to solve this problem using very basic approach. Okay, very basic approach, whatever I have explained. Okay, so first I'm going to find all these x's, how many x's are possible. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do, let's calculate the length of this nums array, right? Int n is equal to nums dot length. Okay, then let's initialize x from 0. Okay, int x is 0, and here I'm writing while my x is less than equal to n. Okay, until then I'm going to iterate over this x. Okay, inside this let's create one variable int count and initialize it to 0, then run one loop for int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and inside this just check for the number of elements which are greater than my current x. Okay, so if nums of I value, okay, if nums of I value is greater than equal to x, then just increment the count. Okay, count plus plus. Okay, I have incremented the count. Okay, this is done. I have incremented the count. Then here my for loop ends. Then here I am going to check if my count is equal to x. If it is equal to x, then just return simply my x. Okay, if not, okay, then just check for the next value of x. Okay, this is done. And here in the end, if I don't find any value, then I am just going to return -1. That's it. Okay, let's try to run the code and see if there are any code issues. Okay, so see, all the test cases has been accepted, right? So I have just written the same story now. First I check for this x is equal to 0, how many values which are greater than equal to x. So if I didn't find the same count as my x, then I'm not doing anything, just going to the next x. Okay, that's it. Now let's submit the code. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So here what is going to be my time complexity? Okay, so here my x is going to run for n plus 1 times, right? And inside this my for loop is also running for n times. So I am going to say that overall my time complexity is going to be of n square, right? And what about my space complexity? So since I am using constant space only, right? So my space complexity is going to be of 1. Okay, so since the constant size is small, okay, so we can solve this problem using this method, okay, using nested loops. Okay, that is why it is of easy level. Okay, and there are many other approaches as well. You can also just there is one more approach in which you can just sort this nums array. Okay, sort the nums array and then apply the binary search. Okay, in which I think time complexity is going to be of n log n maybe. Okay, so just try other approaches as well, but this is a beginner friendly solution. Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.